Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Idioms Insight.
Today, you're taking your specific information stack, your notes, your research, your needs, and transforming it into, well, instant practical confidence.
That's the goal.
Yesterday, we sort of dipped into the grammar of routines, but today, we're moving to a place that is, I think, essential, deeply cultural, and honestly, much, much tastier.
Definitely tastier.
We are going out to eat.
That's right. And this deep dive is it's custom tailored for you, the learner, who is ready to move beyond that basic classroom English. We want you to conquer a real-world social scenario, dining out.
Okay.
Our goal is a comprehensive step-by-step masterclass in navigating the entire restaurant experience in English. And it's not just about, ordering food.
Right, it's more than that.
It's about mastering the dynamic social language of courtesy, efficiency, and cultural nuance. We want you to feel completely in control.
Okay, so let's unpack this mission. We've got some incredible source material here that provides the exact natural phrases used in a really wide variety of dining scenarios. And this isn't just for like a fancy fine dining establishment.
No, not at all.
It applies whether you're at a busy local dhaba, a popular family restaurant in a big city like Lucknow, or a sophisticated multi-cuisine spot. The mission is confident, fluent English for every single step.
Every step. Walking in.
Requesting seating, deciphering the menu.
Placing a complex order, asking clarifying questions.
And finally, managing the check. The whole thing.
And we're going to kick off immediately with the biggest, I'd say, the biggest nugget of this entire deep dive.
Okay, let's hear it.
If you internalize one phrase today, just one, let it be this. This is the foundation of all polite, educated, and natural English requests. And it's going to be our constant anchor. It's, can I have?
Can I have? It sounds so, deceptively simple.
It does.
But the sources really emphasize that this specific phrasing is the cornerstone of politeness. I mean, native speakers across all contexts use this structure hundreds of times a week.
Thousands a year, probably. Precisely. The power of can I have lies in its framing. It instantly signals education and courtesy because it transforms a potential command into a gentle request that acknowledges the server's function. It's just softer, it's respectful, and it establishes a positive interaction from the very, very beginning.
So instead of saying something like, bring me the menu.
Which is so commanding.
Yeah, you're asking for permission to receive the item. Can I have the menu? That's a subtle, but like you said, a powerful psychological shift.
It really is. It respects their role while clearly communicating your need. So what we're going to do now is break down the entire dining experience from the first hello to the final thank you into 4 manageable chronological steps.
Okay.
This way, you never feel overwhelmed. You just focus on the language needed for the current moment.
All right, let's get started.
Let's do it.
We're beginning at the front door. This first interaction, it's so crucial because it really sets the entire tone for your meal.
It absolutely does.
You need to be prepared to greet the host or server and state your intentions, how many people you are, and where you might want to sit.
So you need to start strong, a simple, natural greeting. There's no need for complicated formalities here.
Right.
A confident hello, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on the time, is always correct. It just acknowledges the staff before you immediately jump into your request.
And that primary request is, of course, the size of your party. The standard requests are designed for maximum clarity and minimum friction.
Yeah.
The key is just adding that magic word.
Please.
Please.
The standard requests are really straightforward and should be, internalized. Table for 2, please.
Simple.
Or, hi, do you have a table for 4? Using do you have is a really polite way of checking for availability without just assuming they have to serve you right away.
That's a good point. It's a key softening mechanism.
It is.
Okay, now here's where we move from just basic communication to expressing specific desires. Say you want a specific location. You have to use the language of preference and possibility, not demand.
Exactly. If you want to sit away from the kitchen or maybe near a view, you can ask, is there any table available near the window?
Available, yeah.
Or maybe if you're dining in a warm climate, hello, we'd like a table for 2, preferably in the AC section. Notice we're using words like preferably and available.
It signals that this is a wish, not a requirement.
It does. And that polite phrasing makes the server much more inclined to try and accommodate you.
That's a great point. You're expressing a desire using this tentative, polite language. You're not demanding the window seat. You're just checking if it's possible.
And this leads to another crucial insight. You have to understand the server's replies. For the learner, communication's a two-way street.
Of course.
Being able to comprehend the reply quickly is just as important as speaking clearly. So what are the common scenarios we need to internalize right away?
Okay, so the sources outline three main response types. The first, and the easiest, is the positive response.
This is success. You'll hear things like, "Yes, sir, ma'am, right this way, please," or the very common, "Sure, follow me."
That's your cue.
That's your cue to follow them to the table. The language is fast, so you just need to listen for that key phrase, "right this way."
Okay, the second type is interesting because it's kind of fading but still useful for historical context. Our sources mention the phrase smoking or non-smoking.
Yes. And while anti-smoking laws have really reduced how often this is asked, I mean, many modern restaurants are fully non-smoking.
Right.
It's still crucial vocabulary to recognize. If you hear it, you simply reply, "Non-smoking, please," or "a table in the non-smoking area."
Got it. And the third scenario is maybe the most common in busy, popular places.
Yeah.
The wait time or the alternative option. This one requires a higher level of comprehension.
It does. If the restaurant is full, they might say something like, "It will be 5-10 minutes. Would you like to wait at the lounge?"
Okay, so you need to process three key pieces of information there instantly.
Exactly. The precise length of the delay, 5 to 10 minutes, so you know if it's manageable for you.
The location of the wait, the lounge, or the bar area.
And the question of your willingness to wait. Would you like to wait?
And your response has to be quick and decisive. You might say, "Yes, thank you, we'll wait here." Or, if you're short on time, "Thank you, but we're a bit in a hurry, we'll try another place."
And always, always ensure you thank them, regardless of whether you choose to stay or leave.
So let's fast forward. You've been ushered to the table, you're seated. What's the next step in the language of courtesy?
Politeness. It's always politeness.
A simple "thank you," or "this is perfect, thank you," acknowledges the effort they took to seat you.
It confirms you're satisfied with the location and you're ready to proceed. It just closes that initial interaction gracefully.
And this immediately brings us to the next crucial request, getting the menu.
And this is where we apply the golden rule of "can I have" for the very first time within the dining sequence.
The sources are incredibly clear on the contrast here. The incorrect, impolite, or commanding phrases like "give me menu," or the direct translation "menu lao."
Oh, never say those.
They have to be avoided entirely. They signal poor social etiquette and will just immediately strain the interaction.
In contrast, the polite alternatives empower you. So you want to internalize these three phrases. "Can I have the menu, please?"
Okay.
"Could we see the menu?" Using "could" is a slightly more formal plural option if you're dining with others.
Right.
Or the functional "can you bring the menu?" And the inclusion of "please" is the non-negotiable component that transforms that demand into a cooperative request.
This secure application of the golden rule ensures you have the tools, the menu, to move into the next phase.
Exactly.
So we've established the entrance and seating sequence. Let's maybe pause for a moment on why this initial phase is so critical. I mean, it's not just about getting a table.
Not at all. It's a linguistic test, in a way. It tells the staff how to treat you. If you start with clear, polite, and confident English, they immediately recognize you as an informed diner.
And the level of service improves.
It improves dramatically. That's the utility of this knowledge. It's about managing perception.
Yeah.
So now that we have the menu in hand, we need to understand the map.
The map, I like that. The complex vocabulary and terminology that defines what we're about to eat.
Exactly.
The menus are open. Now we shift our focus from conversational English to descriptive and technical English, the language on the menu and the language we need to use when we're discussing the dishes.
Right. This is all about foundational vocabulary. Let's start with the people and the tools.
The personnel.
The personnel are straightforward. While you'll still hear waiter for a male and waitress for a female, the universally accepted and preferred gender-neutral term is server.
Okay, server.
And if you need their attention, a polite "excuse me, server," or simply "excuse me" is the best approach. Avoid snapping your fingers or shouting.
Please don't snap your fingers.
A quiet wave or just eye contact is enough.
And regarding the tools, the menus themselves, we need to differentiate them. There's the general menu, the primary food menu, and increasingly a separate drinks menu or wine list.
And a confident diner might ask, "Can I see the drinks menu as well, please?" Which shows they're pacing their meal, not just rushing to the food.
I see. Okay, so once the order is placed, we need to understand the meal flow, the stages that define the dining experience. This helps you pace your order.
Right, we start with the appetizer or starter, often grouped with soups and salads. These are light items designed to prepare your palate. They come out first.
Then we have the main course, often just abbreviated to the mains.
Yep, the mains. This is the heart of the meal, the substantial dishes. And finally, any small additions that complement the mains are referred to as a side dish, like a separate serving of vegetables or fries.
Okay, let's dedicate some serious time to the components of a typical Indian meal, since this is the primary context of our deep dive. The terminology can be confusing because the terms curry, gravy, sabzi, and masala are often used loosely.
Very loosely. But understanding the distinctions allows for really precise ordering.
This is where we need to move beyond simple translation.
Okay.
Let's break down the technical differences in, like, the consistency and the preparation.
Absolutely. Think of it structurally. Curry is the broadest term. It refers to any dish, often liquid-based, cooked with a complex mixture of spices. It's the big category umbrella.
Okay, and gravy.
Gravy specifically refers to the sauce part of the dish. If you say, "Can I have some extra gravy with my rice?" you're asking for more sauce, usually without the main meat or vegetable component.
So gravy is all about the liquid consistency. What about sabzi?
Sabzi literally just means vegetable. In a restaurant context, it implies a vegetable dish. Crucially, sabzi can describe two very different preparations. It might be a saucy sabzi, like a mixed vegetable curry,
Okay.
or, and this is important, a dry sabzi, like aloo gobi, potato and cauliflower, where the components are coated in spices but there's no liquid sauce. A knowledgeable diner can specify, "I'd like a dry sabzi, please."
That distinction, saucy versus dry, that is a high-value nugget for the learner. It shows mastery.
It does. And finally, masala.
Masala.
Masala refers specifically to the mixture of ground spices used. So when it's used in a dish name, like paneer butter masala, it means that the spices define the flavor profile and are often blended into a rich, complex preparation.
So a masala dish usually implies a thicker, spicier, or more complex flavor than a simple curry.
That's it. If you know the difference, you can anticipate the texture and richness of your meal.
We've established the components. Now let's quickly cover the essential staples. For grains, we have the various rice preparations.
Right. Plain rice, jura rice, which is rice specifically flavored with cumin seeds. It's a bit lighter. Or pulao, which is a richer dish where the rice is cooked in broth or stock with vegetables and spices.
And the breads, this category is huge and requires precise terminology. Don't just ask for bread.
Please don't. You need to know roti or chapati, which is the thin, unleavened, whole wheat flatbread. Naan is leavened, usually richer, and cooked in a tandoor. And then you have specific variations like garlic naan or butter naan. And for that multi-layered, flaky texture, the lacha paratha.
The more specific you are, the faster and more accurate the order.
Exactly.
Okay, moving to dietary specifics. This is critical not just for preference, but often for medical or religious reasons. We need to be clear on the shorthand.
And we use the shorthand freely. Vegetarian or veg, non-veg. But for specialized needs, you have to know the specific terms. Jain cuisine, for instance, excludes root vegetables like onions, garlic, and potatoes.
Right.
So if you are Jain, you must confirm, "Can this dish be made Jain without onion or garlic, please?"
And then there's the term vegetarian. This is a useful bridge term, meaning the diner is vegetarian but does permit eggs. Knowing this language just ensures safety and satisfaction and prevents misunderstandings with the kitchen.
And the most subjective yet essential vocabulary for ordering, the language of spices and heat. This is where vague language fails completely. You need specific terminology.
Absolutely. Never just say, "not too hot." You need to be assertive and choose from a clear spectrum.
The spectrum is spicy, medium spicy, mild, less spicy, or the definitive no chili.
Let's analyze the utility here. If the waiter asks, "How would you like the spice level?" and you reply, "Less spicy, please," they have a clear instruction for the chef.
But if you just say fine, you risk getting the chef's default spice level, which might be far too hot for your palate. This vocabulary provides clarity. It puts you in control.
Now we get to the core of the deep dive, the actual food names. The sources provided a really comprehensive list of popular Indian restaurant dishes. Our goal here is twofold: exposure to the names and confidence in pronunciation. When you order a dish correctly, that confidence is noticed and it significantly improves the dining experience.
Let's turn this section into a quick pronunciation masterclass. Confidence comes from repetition. We'll use the phonetic guides provided to just internalize the correct rhythm.
Let's start with a rich classic. Say this out loud with us. Paneer butter masala. It's tunir but deter munasalu.
Nice. The stress falls on the second syllable of paneer and the sa in masala. Get that rhythm right.
Okay, next.
Right.
Okay, next. Probably the most popular chicken dish globally. Butter chicken, battered chicken. Ensure that GHI sound is nice and crisp.
Moving to the bread. Garlic naan. Garlic naan. Give the naan the emphasis it deserves.
A signature pulse dish. Dal makhani. Dal muke.
And notice the smooth, almost continuous flow between mo and ka. And finally, a refreshing drink. Sweet lassi. Sweet Luse.
Excellent. Now that we have the rhythm, let's categorize the full list of dishes provided. We aren't just listing them, we're organizing them by function and type to give you, the learner, a mental framework for ordering.
Let's do it. We'll start with the pre-meal phase. Starters or appetizers. These are usually designed for quick consumption, often roasted or fried, and they pair well with drinks.
We can group these based on preparation. First, the tandoor items cooked in that high-heat clay oven.
Right. Tandoori preparation imparts a specific smoky flavor and a slightly charred exterior, which is why they're often grouped separately. This includes paneer tikka, and tandoori chicken.
Tandoor items are distinct because they're usually dry, roasted, and served without gravy. I mean, the heat of a tandoor is incredible, often exceeding 480 degrees Celsius, which just seals in all that flavor.
For minced items, we have sikh kebab. For pure vegetarian starters, we have hara fara kebab, which is a spice patty of vegetables and spinach, and the classic fried items, veg pakora or onion bhajiya.
And for those seeking something lighter or maybe more street food inspired, papdi chaat or bel puri, knowing the distinction between these categories helps you curate a really balanced starting phase for your meal.
Okay, moving on to the main course, the heart of the meal. We organize these based on primary ingredient and richness, starting with the creamy and rich vegetarian mains.
This group includes those signature dishes: paneer butter masala, kadai paneer, palak paneer, that's spinach and cheese, and shahi paneer, which translates roughly to royal cheese, signifying a rich, often cashew-based, creamy preparation.
And these are generally heavier and pair excellently with naan.
Next, the essential lentil dishes, which are staples of any Indian meal.
Dal makhani is the famous creamy black lentil dish that cooks for hours. In contrast, dal tadka is the simple, lighter yellow lentil dish tempered with spices and oil, making it an excellent pairing for plain rice.
And for a simple mix, malai kofta, that's vegetable and cheese dumplings in a creamy sauce, and the general mixed vegetable curry. These offer variety in texture and flavor.
Now, for the non-vegetarian main course, we again look at the iconic dishes. Butter chicken or chicken makhani is the signature tomato and cream-based curry. Chicken tikka masala is similar but often has a deeper, spicier tomato base.
We also have regional and historical preparations. Mughlai chicken, which is often richer, nut-based, and associated with the royal cuisine of the Mughal Empire.
Right. And then the basics. Chicken curry, the intensely flavored, slow-cooked mutton rogan Josha Kashmiri dish, and a regional specialty, fish curry.
Okay, now we shift to the non-negotiable accompaniments, the rice and bread section. These are the vehicles for the gravy, and they have to be ordered accurately.
For rice, the options are simple but varied. Jura rice, vegetable pulao, which is richer and cooked with vegetables, and plain rice, which is essential for lighter curries or just for comfort food.
And the breads must be specified by name for texture and preparation.
Yes. Garlic naan, butter naan, the basic thin roti or chapati, and the robust tandoori roti. Ordering a mix, perhaps a naan for the creamy curry, and a roti for the lighter dal, shows a sophisticated knowledge of the cuisine.
Finally, the extras and sides. These are crucial for balancing the meal, especially the heat.
The essential cooling agent is raita, a yogurt-based side, and you can choose variations. Cucumber raita, bundi raita.
Bundi, those are the little fried chickpea flour balls, right?
That's them. Or pineapple raita. You use raita to cut through the heat of the main dishes.
Other important elements include green salad or onion salad to provide crunch and freshness, and the essential savory additions: pickle or achar and papad. These small items make the dining experience complete.
And to close up this section, the drinks. We have the lassi variations, sweet, salted mango lassi, the hot options, masala chai, regular tea.
Cold coffee, soft drinks like Thumbs Up or Coke, and the simplest request often forgotten: mineral water or still water.
By internalizing these categories and names, the learner transitions from, pointing or guessing to confidently constructing a complex, multi-course meal in fluent English.
We have the language, we have the confidence, and we know what we want to eat. Now, the final step before the food arrives: placing the order. The sources outline a perfect, logical, chronological ordering sequence that maximizes clarity and minimizes errors.
And following this flow is really key to efficiency. It mirrors the natural expectations of the server in the kitchen.
Step 1, ask for the menu. We know the drill. Can I have the menu, please?
Step 2, order the starter. Signal the beginning of the consumption cycle. You might say, can I have 1 plate of paneer tikka? Or, making it more collaborative, can we start with chicken seekh kebab?
Step 3, order main dishes. This is the primary focus. Lead with the transition phrase, for the main course, and then apply the golden rule.
For the main course, can I have 1 paneer butter masala, please? And this is also the non-negotiable point to specify heat levels. And can you make 1 butter chicken medium spicy?
Step 4, add breads and rice. The essential complements. Use linking words like also to show their additions.
Can we also have 2 garlic naans and 1 jeera rice? You're just building the meal piece by piece.
Step 5, side items and raita. The finishing touches. Can I have some cucumber raita and 1 green salad, please.
And step 6, drinks. This is flexible. You can order immediately. Can I have 2 sweet lasses now, or you can plan for later? I'd like 1 masala chai after the meal, please.
That clear specification of when you want the item shows control.
It really does.
Once the primary order is placed, the interaction doesn't stop. The confident diner takes control by confirming and asking essential questions. This manages expectations and prevents errors.
Right. The waiter will often prompt you with, is that everything? Or anything else? You need to be ready to confirm or add details.
A vital modification phrase addresses the spice issue. If you forgot to specify, you just interject. I forgot, can you please make the fish curry a little less spicy?
The use of a little there really softens the corrective nature of the request.
And time management. This is a crucial social function. If you're rushing, you communicate it clearly, but politely.
How long will it take? Or, if you need speed, be proactive. Can you please make it quick? We're a bit in a hurry. This just gives the kitchen a necessary heads up.
Let's look at the full realistic dialogue that was provided in the source material, because this is the moment all the phrases just click into place.
Yeah, this is where it all comes together. We're tracking the assertive, polite responses from the learner fitting perfectly with the server's cues.
The interaction begins with a standard greeting and a check for readiness. Waiter. Good evening, sir, ma'am. Welcome to Lucknow Darbar. Are you ready to order?
And the initial response is focused and polite, securing the tools first. You.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I have the menu first, please? Even when you're ready to order, the menu request is still a polite action.
The starter order is placed, demonstrating the use of the plural we for a group. You. For starters, can we have 1 plate of paneer tikka and 1 plate of chicken tikka?
And the server's next question is a sign of good service. Waiter, sure. Any preference on spice level? And the diner knows the value of specificity.
You. Medium spicy for both, please. Clarity over ambiguity. It saves the meal.
It does. The waiter transitions smoothly. Waiter, noted. Main course.
And here's the learner placing a substantial, complex 7-item order with perfect flow. You. Can I have 1 paneer butter masala, 1 butter chicken, 2 garlic naans, 1 jeera rice, and 1 cucumber raita?
All anchored by the golden rule. And the server clarifies the drinks. Waiter, anything to drink. The reply. You. 2 sweet lasses and 1 bottle of mineral water. Simple, clear, complete.
In the final, critical safety check. The server, repeating the order back. This is where you, the diner, absolutely have to listen carefully to confirm every single detail.
Waiter, perfect. I'll repeat. Starters paneer tikka and chicken tikka medium spicy. Mains paneer butter masala, butter chicken, 2 garlic naans, jeera rice, raita. Drinks 2 sweet lasses and mineral water. Correct.
And if everything is right, the answer is confident and brief. You. Yes, that's correct. Thank you.
And the transaction closes with the expectation setting. Waiter, it will take about 20-25 minutes. Anything else? You? No, that's all. Thank you. Every step managed perfectly. It just demonstrates command of the situation.
Let's spend a moment here on a little nuance. You might hear people, especially more relaxed, familiar settings, just say something like, I'll take the paneer butter masala.
That's a great distinction to make. When you hear I'll take or I want, it usually indicates a more relaxed relationship with the server, perhaps in a place they go to all the time.
Or it's a very established preference.
Exactly. But for a new place, or when you want to establish the absolute highest level of politeness and courtesy, can I have, remains the gold standard. It's the phrase that works everywhere, every time, regardless of the level of formality.
The food has arrived. The experience is underway. But dining is rarely static, right? We need language for managing the meal, requesting additional services, and eventually paying the bill.
During the meal, the challenge is getting service without causing a disruption. We just revert to, can we have or can you bring for simple requests? Can we have some extra napkins, please?
Or can you bring some more water?
And the nonverbal cues here are just as important as the verbal ones. As we noted, never, ever point, snap your fingers, or whistle at the waiter.
A quiet hand signal, a gentle wave or eye contact, accompanied by a soft, excuse me, is the universally respectful approach.
This is also the perfect time for positive reinforcement. If the dish is fantastic, say so.
Yeah.
Simple compliments like, this paneer is delicious, or everything is perfect, thank you, build rapport and make the server feel appreciated. It's all part of the overall courtesy required.
So once the plates are cleared, attention turns to the financial closure. The phrasing for requesting the check has to be just as polite as the initial order. What are our phrases?
You have some excellent options. You can use the golden rule extension. Can I have the bill, please? Or can we get the check?
And if you're just curious about the amount before deciding on payment,
You can ask, how much is the total?
let's dive deep into the real-world practicalities of payment, especially relevant in the context of dining in India today. Our sources emphasize the need to confirm payment methods because technology is so central.
Oh, absolutely. That awkward moment of realizing they don't accept your preferred payment method can be so easily avoided.
How do we ask?
You must know how to ask about modern digital methods. Do you accept UPI card cash? Or you can specify the popular digital services. Do you have Paytm Google Pay?
Okay, now, a common real-world scenario. Splitting the bill. This is vital when dining in groups. How do we communicate this clearly?
If you're paying for only your share, you can ask, can we please split the bill? Or could we get separate checks?
And what if you need to pay for just certain items?
You clarify, I will pay for the drinks and they will pay for the mains. The key is to communicate your intention before the bill is generated, as it's often easier for their system.
What if the card machine is faulty? That happens sometimes.
It does. If the card machine is not working, they'll typically tell you, our card machine is down, do you have cash? Your simple reply can be, oh, that's okay, I have cash, or let me check if I have enough cash.
And if you don't have it?
If they only accept cash and you don't have it, you might need to ask, is there an ATM nearby, please? Just always maintain politeness, even if the situation is inconvenient.
And finally, handling the change and the etiquette of tipping. What do the sources specify regarding tipping in Indian dining culture?
The material is very clear. Tipping is a small extra and is generally not compulsory in India, though it is appreciated for good service.
Okay.
If the service was excellent and you wish to leave the remainder of the money, the polite phrase is, keep the change. If you need the change back, you just wait for it. Or you can say, no need for change, thank you, if it's a small disposable amount.
And that closes the financial transaction with complete grace. Before we wrap up, let's synthesize all of this into the 5 most impactful, actionable takeaways, the golden rules, and the essential cheat sheet for the learner. These rules guarantee a successful interaction.
Okay, rule 1. Use can I have plus please for everything. This is the undisputed foundation. Use it for the menu, for the order, for water, and for the bill. It is the gold standard of polite request.
Rule 2. Specify your spice level. Never be vague. Use medium spicy, less spicy, or no chili to ensure you get exactly the dish you want. Your satisfaction depends on that specificity.
Rule 3. Say thank you many times. Courtesy goes a long, long way. Thank the host for seating you, thank the server for the menu, thank them when the food arrives, and thank them when you pay. Continuous courtesy creates a highly positive impression.
Rule 4. Listen closely to the order confirmation. Whether you repeat your order or the waiter repeats it, this is your final, crucial confirmation point. A quick check of the list prevents long delays and mistakes.
And rule 5. Maintain respectful nonverbal communication. Never point, snap your fingers, or whistle at the server. Get their attention with eye contact and a gentle, excuse me. Respect their role, always. These 5 simple rules guarantee a confident, error-free dining experience.
Wow, what an extensive deep dive. We've moved far beyond simply translating words. We've armed you, the learner, with specific greetings for arrival, comprehensive vocabulary for starters, mains, and sides,
Critical definitions for concepts like masala versus gravy.
the precise structure for placing a complex order, and the essential language for handling modern payment methods.
You now possess the complete structure and the specific phrases needed for a confident, fluent dining experience in English. This knowledge really transcends language. It's about cultural confidence in a real-life social setting.
So what does this all mean for immediate practice? The application is the key to internalizing this learning, so we have some specific homework challenges for you.
All right, challenge 1. Sit down and write out a complete, ambitious order for a party of 3-4 people. Make it complex. Include a starter, 2 mains of different types, maybe 1 creamy, 1 lentil.
2 different breads, a rice dish, raita, and drinks.
Right. And the rule is you must use the phrase can I have or can we have at least 6 times in that written order. This forces structural repetition.
Challenge 2. Take the full ordering dialogue that you just wrote, or the sample we analyzed, and practice it out loud 3 to 5 times. Don't just read it quietly. Speak it with the rhythm and confidence we practiced. Listen to yourself. Hear how smooth and natural you sound.
And challenge 3. Try using at least 3 specific phrases from this deep dive the very next time you go out to eat. Even if it's just asking for water, use the precise, polite structure. Can I have some more water, please? Make it immediate, real-world application.
As you internalize these highly functional, polite phrases, you'll notice that the confidence you gain in ordering a plate of chicken tikka will transfer immediately to other areas of your English usage.
Whether it's at a shop, at a bus stop, or in a business meeting. And speaking of internalizing fundamental concepts, join us tomorrow for the next deep dive.